Representative Marjorie Taylor-Greene is not smart. In fact, she provided more evidence of that over the weekend where she tweeted this. Every single year, more than 600,000 people die in the US from cancer. The country has never once shut down. Not a single school has closed. And every year, over 600,000 people of all ages and all races will continue to die from cancer. So she's trying to make a point here about how coronavirus, which is a easily spread, very contagious respiratory virus, has led to shutdowns, which doesn't make any sense to her. But cancer, something that is not contagious, kills 600,000 Americans every year, or people every year, and we don't have shutdowns for that. She's just so devastatingly stupid. There you have it, Cenk. Sometimes it is okay to call people stupid. In this case, I'm calling a person in a position of power stupid for constantly dunking on herself. Putting out her face looks dumb. Let's keep it real. All right, let me give you more. She says, since COVID-19's tracking has started, 780,000 people in the United States alone, by the way, have died in 22 months, but more than 1 million still died of cancer. More have died in 2021 from COVID than 2020 in spite of government mandated widespread vaccines, mass public masking, and trillions spent. Yeah, a lot of people are dying in red states right now. If you look at the concentration of COVID deaths, most of them, unfortunately, are in red states. I would prefer if we did not have as many COVID deaths at all. But because of the disinformation that's spewed by morons like Marjorie Taylor-Greene, unfortunately, people living in red states have been dissuaded from masking up or getting fully vaccinated. And there are consequences to that. People needlessly dying when there are actions they could take, steps they can take to prevent getting tremendously ill, from getting hospitalized and from dying. And she's also pushing untested drugs for treating COVID because of course she is. It's time to take a different approach based on the facts. COVID predominantly targets obese and older people. Shutdowns, masking, and vaccines are not stopping COVID. That is just government control. Ivermectin, monoclonal antibodies, and other treatments are saving lives. Ivermectin, of course, not proven to treat COVID or to serve as a prophylactic, and monoclonal antibodies are incredibly expensive. In fact, a family member of mine recently tested positive for COVID, was incredibly sick because she refused to get vaccinated, and had to spend $5,000 out of pocket for monoclonal antibodies. Oh. So if you've got $5,000 laying around, have at it, Haas, as Cenk would say. But if you want to be smart, don't take the advice of morons like Marjorie Taylor-Greene.
By the way, or you could have a free vaccine and not get sick either at all, or get sick very lightly. All right, so let's break down all this real quick. So she says, government mandated vaccines. Okay, the government is not mandating it does not have a universal mandate on vaccines. How do I know? One, because it's a fact. Two, because 30% of the country is still unvaccinated. And that's because they listen to morons like Marjorie Taylor-Greene. And so she tells them, take the dewormer. All that stuff. It's all nonsense. We've been through it 1,000 times, right? So because they don't mind really killing off their own voters, they still have this massive percentage of the country that is unvaccinated. That is why so many people are dying. Almost everyone who's in the hospitals and dying are unvaccinated. So enjoy, those are facts. And she says, well, look, man, this killed almost as many people as cancer kills. Well, cancer's the #1 killer. So you're saying it's as bad as the #1 killer, so don't protect yourself. Genius. And I had family members who had cancer, and I had close loved ones who had cancer, and I wouldn't go anywhere near them. I mean, what if I got it from them? I mean, look, I don't know. She put it up. It's still up. It's public, right?
Yeah.
Does she realize how humiliating it is? Or does she think, nailed it? Everybody knows that cancer is contagious, or she doesn't understand what the word contagious means. She doesn't understand a simple concept. Or she thinks maybe the Jewish space lasers cause a type of cancer that is contagious. If you're like Marjorie Taylor-Greene, you're following a lunatic. So enjoy that, and that's That's the reality of today. And we live in a country where 30% of the country doesn't care about facts, doesn't even care about their own lives. We're a pro-life party, and we're so proud that 780,000 people have died, mainly because they didn't listen to scientists or doctors. They listen to morons like Marjorie, Taylor-Greene, and other Republicans. That's why the hospitals are filled and the morgues are filled with right-wingers who refuse to get vaccinated. How many times are we going to try to save your life? Do whatever you want. I'm quadruple vaccinated. I don't care about you anymore. Go, just like cancer, it's contagious. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I just don't take up too many hospital beds though as you're dying. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.